we got some beef in there, man. We got some beef sizzling on the green egg, and it's been on that grill for a while, but now it's starting to char. That steak is starting to bubble up,
Mm-hmm.
and the I am athlete versus the pivot beef has come to a head and has been taken off the grill and served to everyone in the public to see. Brandon Marshall, Channing, Fred Taylor, and Ryan Clark um, have been going back and forth because Fred and Channing were previously with I Am Athlete, moved on to join the pivot because of some drama that happened with Brandon as soon as from speculation, not knowing the facts, when I Am Athlete truly blew up, Fred and Channing did not feel that they got fairly compensated. They felt cheated. So they moved on to join Ryan Clark at the Pivot podcast. Since then, I Am Athlete has been through a couple of different co hosts alongside Brandon Marshall. Brandon just recently got on Cam Newton's show and spoke on the beef and spoke on Fred, spoke on Channing.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't truly speak on Ryan Clark, but he kind of like shushed him off. He shushed him off when asked about Ryan. And this is coming shortly after the new season of I Am Athlete being dropped, and they've had guests like Tyreek Hill and Alden Smith, and um, Brandon's comments were responded to by Channing, Fred, and Ryan on the Pivot podcast, basically saying he's full of shit, he's a bad guy, bad
Mm-hmm.
business, and the reason why he can't keep partners is because of the way that he's moving. A lot of he say here, but what's your take on the beef?
Oh man, you never like when you see black men beefing, especially guys who I guess to have a show together. I would consider you would have to be some sort of friends. You know what I'm saying? Have some sort of friendship and know each other from a past life, not just this necessarily show world. But it's interesting to see, and I hope they can figure it out. You never want to see back and forth because back and forth like things just bad blood gets spilled, over and over. If you're going back and forth, because somebody's always going to take it too far, and somebody's going to feel disrespected, and rightfully so. You can't once you say something or do something, you can't really exactly tell somebody how to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of got to be smart with these type of things, and I feel like as men, they they should really just try to piece this up, and I think some of them have, but just try to come to an understanding. Just you don't always got to be friends or be around each other, but the comments back and forth is just tough. I don't like it. I don't like it at all from guys who I watched when I was growing up play football at the highest level, and I truly respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, you hate to see guys, especially in that light, on the platform that they have, be going back and forth and displaying bad blood. I think that
Yeah.
shows a lack of togetherness and connection of us, as a brotherhood, being in the NFL, and also as black men. I agree with that. What I struggled a little bit with was that Brandon Marshall went on the show with Cam coming shortly after this launch of the season, which I have a lot of respect for how they launched I Am Athlete with Alden Smith and Tyreek Hill in a new format. And Brandon seemingly had this he went kind of in a hibernation where he was trying to figure himself out, trying to figure out the business model, and was posting a lot about mindfulness, and they're hosting these
Mhm.
interviews on the ground, etc. And so to launch that way, but then to go on Cam's show and appear as if like we're talking shit about old stuff. He also like colored it, was like, oh, Cam, you got me on this show, I'm opening up on this show, I was supposed to be done talking about this, but then he ended up talking about it. which then it's like, okay, that kind of defeats the purpose for me of the whole mindfulness deal
Yeah.
that you came on with. From the other angle of things, I think that it's stirred up some drama, which will be a win for I Am Athlete
Yeah.
going forward. And they just announced an I Am Athlete iconic saga, which is Cam Newton's show, a collaboration. So this drama potentially leads to more clicks and more views, which it doesn't seem like it was intentional, but hey, the people love some
Hey,
drama,
man.
man.
All publicity is good publicity, man. And I don't necessarily subscribe to that, but it happens, and you can take a bad thing, a bad situation, and turn it good and profitable. You know what I'm saying? Like it works. We've seen it done a million times. Like it's the business model of the new age. Like it happens all the time. So I mean, I just hope they like you said, it was kind of a weird rollout having it branded that way, and then him going on the show. And if you're mindful, like you said, and you're done talking about things, you just finish talking about them. That's just how it goes. You can tell that the other guys don't have as much animosity. So I would really want to know what the truth is, but we'll never know, and that's for them to figure out. And I hope they figure that shit out, and just they can stop going back and forth. Because really, like when you have like personal things like that, you're going back and forth about things in the public that the public doesn't really know about. So all people do is create assumptions. So you're having a
Yeah.
conversation about with your having conversation out casually with people who don't have facts, and therefore it's gonna get just be drama back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, like you said, I just hope it gets figured out, man. I hope they get that shit put behind them.
Deej, we should manufacture a beef and then also plan out when we're going to come back together as a unit for Beej and Deej. It'll be like a couple day beef, and then we like
We gotta
reconvene on
wait.
the on the
We gotta
show.
wait like further down, bro. We gotta wait further down those shows. Episode
Yeah.
like 100 of our episode, we just fall out at like episode 120 and shit,
Yeah.
and go real hard at each other on the internet. And then after that, we just come back like nothing happened.
Man, DJ ain't shit, man. Forget that dude. He
Oh,
ain't
everything.
shit.
We're posting each other houses, all that shit, everything. We're getting
And then we'll
everything.
come back. We'll come back on Beej and Deej like, hey man, I'm sorry, man. I really fuck with you, dog. I ain't mean what I say, man.
We'll piece it up at like an event or something. We'll like throw like an event, piece it up on stage, just like the rappers do it, bro.
Yeah. Just like Bob Marley did when he brought the politicians together and held them both up, held both their arms up. Caroline could come and she can hold both of our arms up
There
together,
you
and
go.
the whole
That's
crowd will
it.
just go crazy, and the light skins and the dark skins
We'll
unite
be
once again.
right back together
Once
again
again.
in unity once again.